Now over to the Capitol, debate over a bill to require parents to opt into sexual education classes for their children. The legislation would also prohibit certain things like gender identity from being taught in public schools. Our Capitol reporter Haley Wager has the potential changes and also the pushback.
Right now, parents can choose for their kids to opt out of sex ed classes if they don't feel like the material is appropriate. But the legislation would require parents to opt in if they want their kids to have any sexual education. It's being called the Parents' Bill of Rights.
Place greater responsibility in the hands of parents.
The author, Representative Danny Williams, says his goal is to make parents more aware of what their kids are learning.
Designed for parents to make the decision on what kind of education in this arena that their children are going to get.
The legislation would prohibit instruction on sexual orientation or gender identity and require any sex ed classes to emphasize abstinence outside of marriage and prohibit the use of pronouns that do not correspond to a person's sex.
You're putting into statute your own ideas of what you think should be taught.
Democrats push back on the bill, saying not every child has a parent teaching them these things at home.
This particular bill may line up with the values of your district, but they do not line up with the values of my district. However, you're mandating this statewide.
There was also bipartisan debate over part of the language that eliminates consent.
I'm concerned that you are uninterested in teachers teaching what consent is to young people who I think need to know.
That should be addressed in their child's curriculum, should be a parent's choice and not necessarily the school's choice.
After an hour of questions, Williams said he's willing to adjust the language as long as it leaves the power in the hands of the parents.
I'm willing to work with you guys.
For Oklahoma's Own, I'm Haley Wager.